Now, has this ever happened to you? You want to polish your shoes, so you open your shoe polish, and this is what you find. You find a dry, cracked, unusable tin of shoe polish. Now, some tins of shoe polish will only cost a few pounds, so it's not that difficult to go to the supermarket and replace it. Now, other ones will cost $12 to $15 a tin. So if there's a way to revive it, we want to find it. Fortunately, you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you today how to revive your shoe polish and make it usable again and good as new. Now, there are two ways of doing this. There are many ways of doing this actually, and some will say, oh, you just need a hairdryer, or you give it some heat or whatever. There's a reason. There are a few reasons that's the wrong way to do it. The reason it dries out in the first place is because you have a solvent in the polish, usually turpentine, and if you apply too much direct heat to it, you're going to evaporate what's left of the solvent in it. So we need to apply gentle heat, and we need to keep the tin covered so that none of the vapor escapes. So this is what we're going to do today. Thankfully, I have the equipment we need right here. This is a portable stove, but the method we're going to use is the double burner, or the bain-marie method. The bain-marie is basically a water bath that you then put another container in, because that restricts the temperature that the liquid is going to get to. Obviously, being water, it won't go any higher than 100 degrees before it itself evaporates. If you pressurize it, it will. However, we're not going to pressurize it, so we are limiting it to 100 degrees. We're going to, I have a handy thing of water here, just literally cover the bottom of the frying pan as I'm using there. We don't want it to be too high, and I'm just going to turn the heat on, and then we'll get started with that. So what we're going to do is take the lid off and then put it back on. We want to use the lid to stop the vapor escaping, but we don't want to pressurize the container, because obviously too much heat applied directly to a pressurized container might make it explode. So we want to take the lid off and then gently put it back on, but loosely. It takes about 3 minutes. Obviously, it's going to depend how much polish you have left in your tin, but it's going to take about 3 minutes normally with a sort of half full tin of polish to completely liquefy it all. Then quite simply, all we do is take it out, make sure it's all liquid, and leave the lid on for it to solidify again. And hopefully, Bob's your uncle, that's a perfectly usable tin of polish again. So we're going to wait for that to boil. It's only going to take a couple of minutes, but join me in a second. Right, I think you can probably see that that's now steaming, just about boiling. So I'm going to put the tin in. I'm going to use my trusty fish slice, just gently put it in the water. You don't want to fully submerge it, you just want to cover the bottom enough that it's going to heat up all of the wax, all of the polish. And let's give that 3 minutes. Okay, that's your 3 minutes. Now, I'm going to take some kitchen roll and my trusty fish slice, take it out and pop it on there. Turn that off, unplug it, just move that to one side. Okay, so let's have a look. This is still going to be really hot. Yes. And now I'm going to just use an old plastic collar stay. All I'm doing here is incorporating it, giving it a stir and making sure that it's all fully melted. And it has. Perfect. Right, so I'm happy with that. Like I say, that was 3 minutes, and this was about, I suppose, half full. And I'm going to put the lid back on and just leave that for 20 minutes or so, just to cool down properly, and we'll give it the acid test, which will be cleaning a pair of shoes. So I've given that a few minutes to cool down again and solidify, and let's see the results. If I show you this, you see it's exactly as we hoped. I'm going to do, as I say, the acid test and polish a pair of shoes with it. So we take a standard pair of black shoes, applicator brush, and again so there you go. So if you're spending your days chasing around those little dry bits of polish in the tin, you can now, in about 3 minutes, fix your tin of wax-based polish. Obviously, for some people, this will be far too much faff and they will just go down to the supermarket and buy another one. But if, like me, you like a hack and you like a bargain, then that is how to breathe more life into your tin of wax, your tin of wax shoe polish. So if you like these tips and tricks and shoe care hacks, don't forget to follow along and join my essential guide for the modern man. And I'll see you next time. Take care. See you soon.